Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Today is my finale in the Rolling Perfume Roulette. I think that is what it's called. This is being hosted by the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group, and I believe, I don't even know when it started, but I do know today is the finale. In fact, it ended on January 4th, so I am a little late in getting this finale up. So let's just jump in. The first one I want to talk about, I wore probably 3 or 4 times, and that's Dolce & Gabbana's 3 La Imperatrice. I have a scentbird vial of it, and I really like this. This is one that I could see me purchasing a full bottle of. It has watermelon, kiwi, pink cyclamen, and musk in it. Now, I don't really smell a watermelon vibe so much. I do get, you know, a fruity vibe, but not so much a watermelon vibe off of it. And maybe it's that watermelon kiwi mix. I don't know. I've never smelled kiwi in any other perfume that I know of, so I'm just not quite sure what it should smell like. Because to be honest, I know what kiwi tastes like, but I have never really sniffed it to see what it smells like. So I'm going to have to do that next time. But I really like this. It is definitely more of a spring summer fragrance for me, even though I believe you can wear whatever whenever. This is one that is just so light and airy. It really got lost in the cold here, but it's very pretty. It's a fruity floral to me. That's what I get from it. And the dry down, it doesn't really lose that fruity floral vibe. It still kind of is there. In my opinion, I don't really ever smell a heavy musk presence. I just smell that fruity floral all the way until it is gone. It lasts probably 4 or 5 hours, and so I think it's a pretty good, has pretty good staying power for a lighter fruity floral. And so that is Dolce & Gabbana's 3 La Imperatrice. And I got this off of a recommendation. I believe it was Demi Rowling who talked about it, and so I wanted to try it. And I will have her link down below if you are interested in checking her out. And you should, because she's awesome. I have notes here, so we got to flip. The next one on my list is not that one. The next one I have is Daisy by Marc Jacobs. Now, I've had multiple samples of Daisy, and I've never really been a huge fan of it until this time. And in fact, I used it all up. There's just a little bit in there, but I, for some reason, cannot get it out. Maybe I can, if I hold it just right, I can, but last time I was spraying it, I could not get it out. Now, this is described as a woody floral fragrance, and I don't know about the woody part, but I would say it definitely is a floral. It has strawberry notes, violet leaf, the green of the violet leaf, so it has kind of a bite, and then pink grapefruit. Then as your middle notes, we have gardenia, the delicate violet, so I would say probably the violet itself, and then jasmine petals. And then it has white woods, vanilla, and musk, and the dry down is described as powdery. Now, I don't know if I get a powdery vibe off of Daisy. I definitely get a fruity floral. I definitely get a warm cozy at the end, but I don't know if I would describe it as powdery. But I really like it, and I'm surprised to say that because I have been getting samples of this since, I don't know how long I've been getting it, a few years, and I have never liked it. I've just not been a fan of it. But I don't know if this was a really fresh bottle or if my nose has changed that much, but I really, really enjoyed it this time. It was, you know, that front part has a little bit of an abrasiveness to it, but then it has this warm honey goodness. I know there's no honey in this, but it just kind of is warm and sweet and inviting and present. And that is what I get from Daisy now. Before I just got, really. And I think it was that floral, because I've really come a long way in that. I used to not like anything with floral, but I really do like it. I think it is a sweet, homey goodness. If I didn't know that there wasn't honey in here, I would swear there is honey in here. But this is Daisy by Marc Jacobs. I would love to have a big bottle of this and just drench myself in it. It doesn't have the longest staying power, about 4 hours tops. But I think projection wise, it's pretty darn good. So that is Daisy by Marc Jacobs. Okay, the next one is Wild Fox, and it's actually what I'm wearing today. It's the one that I only wore a couple of times. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe if I wore it more, I would become a fan, but I'm thinking no. It's just, right now, like, I've had it on for a couple hours and it just smells like soap to me. So Wild Fox was launched in 2015, and it starts out with absinthe, incense, and apricot notes. So that in and of itself is kind of a little different, starting out with incense. Then in the middle we have camellia, honeysuckle, and jasmine. And then the base notes is ambrox, musk, and honey. Now, you know, the beginning, I like the beginning. I will say the beginning is very pretty. It's a different kind of pretty. I wouldn't say that fruity part is a juicy apricot. I would have never guessed that, but there is something, a juicy goodness about that opening, and then it just goes to the point where it's unpleasing to me. Now, granted, I've only worn it twice, I will say that, but like I said, I have it on now, and to me it smells like soap, and I can smell it, and that's what I get. There's a little bit of sweetness hidden in that soapy presence, but that's all I'm getting. And so I'm not a fan of it. In fact, I will probably pass this on to someone who might like it. I'm hoping someone will want to try this out, because I would hate for this to go to waste, because I would not reach for this unless maybe to wear it to bed just to get it used up. But even then, I can't see doing that, because I like wearing perfume to bed because I like that comfy, cozy feeling of a perfume at bedtime, one that kind of envelops me in a, you know, warm, cozy blanket. Maybe if I had a significant other, I'd want something kind of sexy vibe going to bed, but I don't. But Wild Fox is neither of those. I don't get a sexy vibe off of this, and I don't get a warm, cozy, comfy feeling off of it. So Wild Fox is a dud for me. I'm not a fan of it. Now, the fourth perfume that I pulled for this month, I actually purchased it after watching Emmy Ever After talk about this eau de toilette. And I will have her link down below. If you do not follow Emmy, you need to. She has a great channel and she's just fun to watch. Anyways, I pulled Guerlain's Insolence, and it is the eau de toilette. It's this right here. And when I first got this, I was not sure what to think of it as. Like, oh Lori, what did you get yourself into? Because there's this, at the beginning, kind of a sharper note to it, and then it warms up, and it is a very powdery perfume. If you don't like powdery perfume, this is probably not the one for you. I'm not a huge fan of powdery perfumes, but this is so gosh darn pretty. In fact, I want to put it on to cover up that Wild Fox. But it doesn't take a whole lot of this perfume in order for it to own the room. And it's not a perfume. This is the toilette. I have not smelled the eau de parfum, but it was recommended to try the toilette and see if you like it. I love it. It is, it has lemon, bergamot, and red berries. And then in the middle there is soft violet leaves. That is how it is described. Then the dry down is sandalwood. So I don't know what that really sharp weird note at the beginning is. I don't know if it's a mixture of the lemon and the bergamot that gives it that sharp twist. I don't know, because both of them can be a little sharper. Because red berries definitely is not it. Neither is, you know, violet. Now, if it was a violet leaf, I could see that, because that would bring in some woody qualities, sharper qualities. But this is so pretty. It is very soft and inviting. I find it to be extremely sexy, and yet very warm. There's a warm, yummy goodness about it once it starts to dry down. When that sandalwood kicks in, it really is comforting. And I like to wear this to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, I still smell Insolence. That is how long this lasts. So the longevity on Insolence is amazing. Now, its projection is phenomenal. You don't need a lot unless you like a heavy presence of a perfume. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on where I'm going or what I'm doing. If it's just me, you better believe I want a heavy perfume presence. But if I'm going out with someone, you know, I kind of take their feelings on fragrance to heart, and so I don't bathe myself in it so much. But Insolence is gorgeous. It's just a perfect mixture of sweet and powdery and warm and yummy. I don't know how else to describe it. Now, I don't get the red berries in here. I don't. But I do get the violet, and I get the lemon and the bergamot. And so I'm okay not getting those berries, because it's just so gosh darn pretty. I'm okay. I'm okay with not getting those. But Guerlain's Insolence, excellent. Excellent. I am so glad I made a blind buy and purchased it off of her recommendation. Probably one of the best blind buys I've ever made, and I make a lot of blind buys, so for me to say that is pretty, that means a lot. So that is it for my perfume, my Rolling Perfume Roulette. We are done. This is the finale. I really hope you enjoyed this project. I had a lot of fun trying perfumes that I thought I would love and finding out I didn't, and trying perfumes that I thought I would hate or knew I would hate and falling in love with them. So it's been a real joy, one, going through my samples and using some up, but two, getting to know some new scents and finding out what I do and don't like. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. And with that, I will talk to you all later. Take care. Bye.